Anyway, the 3 hallmarks of midlife crisis are the sports car.
Yeah. Check.
Yeah, the cottage or the whatever, the pad.
Yeah, maybe it's the bachelor pad.
Maybe the bachelor pad.
Maybe you're going to get the bachelor pad after the affair.
And the
Who
affair.
knows?
So you're going to get 2 out of those 3. Definitely not the affair.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
I hear about, and this is what I was trying to get at, matrimonial breakdown. It really does
Exactly.
happen
That
all the
was
time.
the lead-in.
I just couldn't get it out because
Exactly.
here's the thing. I was just like so caught off guard. Anyway, matrimonial breakdown happens all the time.
Yes.
People's health issues happen all the time.
And we're having a little fun with this, but it's very serious.
It really
stuff.
is serious.
Yeah.
You've been through matrimonial
I
breakdown.
absolutely have.
I've certainly been through breakups before. It's not a good situation.
No,
Nobody
horrible.
wance to be in this situation. I know we're kind of joking about it, and it's good to kind of make light on the situation when you're maybe not involved in it. But it really does happen. And one thing we really want to talk about is mortgage refinance. We're certainly getting a lot of inquiries for refinances right now. And honestly, probably more than normal in the summer season. Normally, summer is all about purchasing. Or, maybe you've had a pre-approval earlier this year and you've made an offer and now it's going to close. But we're doing a lot of refinances. And the reason being is property values are up across Nova Scotia and the mortgage rates are low. So people are looking at getting equity out of their property. And maybe that's for matrimonial breakdown. Hopefully not, but it does happen. Yes. We know 50% of marriages end in divorce. Yeah. But people are doing refinances to consolidate debt. Maybe they bought that sports car during their midlife crisis and they can't afford 2 car payments or 3 car payments. So people are pulling equity out of their home to consolidate some debt. And, it's credit cards, it's lines of credit. Things happen in people's lives. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
There's been job loss.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yes.
There's been health issues. There's been matrimonial breakdown. There's been loss of business. And no matter what the situation is, sometimes that creates some financial hardship. And, refinance can be a great solution for borrowers to maybe get out of a tight spot. You can refinance up to 80% of the market value of your home.
That's appraised?
Yeah. So the appraised value, market value. Yeah. And you know what? The market values are up. Yeah. As the property,
time to do it.
It's a great time to think about it because the market values are up and the rates are low. And, if you're refinancing now, you can hypothetically get more equity out of your home today than you could have a year ago or 2 years ago.
Or maybe what you might be able to get in a year from now.
Well, who knows? And
we don't know,
that's kind of the debate,
right?
Todd.
Yeah.
That's kind of the debate. We don't know what's going to happen with home values. We don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. I'd probably be retired by the age of 40. Yeah. And I always kind of joked around to say, you know what? I'm going to retire when I'm 40. But guess what? That's not happening. I knew 10 years ago that wasn't happening because I had the sports cars. I've had the good life. I've had the debt. And, if I would have made maybe better decisions 15 years ago, I probably could be retired.
Well, you wouldn't want to be retired, though, would you?
I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were kind of joking about it today, and my business manager, who takes care of all our people and all my finances and stuff like that.
I want to give your business manager a shout out.
Amanda, she's probably listening. She tunes in on the weekends.
Yeah, that's right. I met her over in Dartmouth.
Yeah, and she actually has a young kid, but she loves listening to the show. And she listens during the weekend on the weekends. So, she said to me, she's like, you know what? You're going to be retired in 10 years. And I said, okay, to myself, I'm like, 10 years, I'll be like almost 50. But what will I do at that point? I don't think I just want to be on the radio. I don't think I just want to do like TV and all this stuff. I want to be involved. And who knows what the future will bring. But I think the moment is so important. And just to circle back to the refinances, a refinance is really in the moment. And it may be required for, getting some debt cleaned up. It could be required for a matrimonial breakdown. Maybe you need to refinance to pull some equity out of your home, or maybe take your spouse or ex off title. But maybe you're going to refinance to improve that property. Maybe you're going to renovate. Maybe you're going to pull that equity out of the property for the refinance to buy a second home. Maybe you're going to buy a cottage. Or maybe you're going to buy a rental property. With the values increasing and the rates low, it is a good time for a lot of borrowers to really consider it. And we're having those conversations with every borrower that's really coming up for renewal. We're talking about refinance, but it's not just at renewal that it's happening. People are refinancing in the middle of their term because the rates are low, and they're basically capitalizing, or the penalties getting paid out of those new mortgage proceeds.
And doing some renovations, and some good news on the renovation things is I've heard that lumber and prices are finally coming down to earth, back down. Right?
It's great news, specifically for the construction industry and really for our clients that are building new homes. I can tell you there's been a lot of delays because of materials, and there's certainly been a lot of increases because of the cost of materials. So I'm happy to see some of these reports that the inventory is coming back in line. And, lumber is really a commodity at this point. And, I saw some funny memes on Facebook and Instagram, and someone had some lumber out in front of their yard to build a deck, and somebody joked to be like, "Stop flashing your wealth in front of me," type thing, because of that lumber. And, it really is true. And it's tough. It's tough for those people who are self-employed, maybe working in the trades or working in the construction industry. And it's certainly tough for existing homeowners that are looking to do work, but I'm glad that things are coming back in line. And I really do hope that the rates are still going to stay low. And I do think the values are going to kind of stay where they're at. I think they're going to continue increasing at this rate that they've been increasing, the last year. I'm not sure, but I think that's a TBD. And I think we'll be talking about that probably next month and in the months to come. So
how do people get a hold of you?
Check us out online at teamclinton.ca. Lots of great information on our website. We have hundreds of blog posts. We have rates on there.
You even have Todd Veinotte posts on there.
We have Todd Veinotte posts on there, and you can listen to our show on the website. There's links on there. Our show is available on anywhere where you get your favorite podcasts. It's on Facebook, on YouTube. You can find us all over the place. And, we love answering your questions, whether you're an existing client of ours or not. We love providing the information. So feel free to check us out at teamclinton.ca/radio.
Great chat as always, Clinton. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, my good friend.
Thanks, Todd.
You got it. That's Clinton Wilkins, Mortgage 101, your guide to home ownership. I'm Todd Veinotte, and we love being here on News 95.7. We'll be back next month. Thanks for listening.